So hi, I'm the dude who's been posting on the channel as of late. You're probably wondering, why am I shirtless? I'm also not wearing pants. So this is the first time I'm ever doing this. I wanted to try this out because one of my friends did this. This episode of Playable Podcast, I am joined by my good friend Jacob, or Land Shark. I kind of forgot what we talked about, so you're just gonna have to find out yourself. To be honest, I hope you enjoy. I don't even care if this thing doesn't get that many views. I just like doing this because it's fun. That's the best thing I can ask for. So yeah, I'll let y'all get to that. I'm not gonna waste any more of your time, and enjoy. So we were talking about what was it called? Pedestrians. Yeah. So what do you have against them?
I'm mad because I was late to work. I ride my bike to work, but I don't trust these dudes in these cars, bro. So I ride on the sidewalks, and I push this button to cross one of the busier streets, dog. And I was standing around like an ignoramus for like 10 minutes. I was late to work because the light wouldn't change. So I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll go down the street, but there was just so many cars, bro. So you know what I did? You know what I did, bro?
What'd you do?
I just walked out to the middle of the street.
Just jaywalk.
I had my bike with me, but I still walked it just so I would take longer, so I would make them in. I didn't ride my bike across the street. I walked it like it was freaking, like there was a flat tire.
Did anyone actually honk at you or anything?
No, they slowed down. That was it.
Oh,
and then, but I was like, man, imagine like if I followed the law there.
Yeah.
I'd be even later to work.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. So I'm gonna probably. I was actually gonna go on a bike ride later, but I ate a sandwich and now my tummy hurts. And I don't really like going out when it's too late because I don't know. I feel like nobody's gonna like jump me from my bike while I'm still on it. But I just got this bike and it just cost me a pretty penny, so I'm like overly protective of it. The only issue I have with the bike is that the handlebars are kind of flat, and like it's probably because you're supposed to ride it like a bike, like a normal bike, and like sit down or like bend over really far while you're sitting so you can gain more speed. But I've literally, ever since I learned how to like, pedal while standing up, I've never stopped. So I'm always sort of like putting my arms like super stretched out while standing on the thing. So I probably look weird
Like
while
a
riding
fucking
it.
plane?
No, like I put my arms stretched. I have to stretch my arms really low because the handlebars aren't raised at all.
Oh,
The
that's what
handlebars
you
are low
meant.
down.
Like you look like Aokiji on type shit.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I wish I had that Aokiji type freaking stroll when I was riding my bike. That'd be slick.
Yeah.
If I could just ride. See, that's the thing I never got, right? I see dudes on bikes and they're just like cruising, and it's like I can respect that, but like literally, I love going fast, bro. I pedal till I run out of breath. I'm like, this is way better to just like blaze down. Cause I love a cool thing with two wheels. It's the same way on a skateboard. Like whenever I'm out skating, I'm like trying to do stuff, and it's like I get that. But then I see a big hill, and I'm like, I'm going, yes, sir. And then it's like, I don't know what it is. My brain turns off when I'm.
The neuron activation is crazy.
I can go really fast, so it'll be really fun. I don't know. You ever a big bike guy?
Yeah. I mean, I was a big bike guy. Cause where I used to live, like my first house, there was this place. Oh, that's what it was called. I remember I was thinking about it one day. It's called Nide. So Nide is basically like this massive parking lot that's connected to like this funeral home. And you could bike right there, but you couldn't skateboard, right? They'll flag you down for that shit.
Yeah, there's places like that.
Yeah, but you could definitely bike there. So I always was bike there. Either it was with my like my neighbor who was like a really good family friend, or it was just like me. And I had like this nice blue bike. But I think the tires got like deflated, and I think and that's also what it was. The chain got really rusted. So it just wouldn't. So it wouldn't even like connect anymore. Oh shit, it's nighttime. And I had to say goodbye to that bike. But fortunately, my neighbor's like new, I guess essentially boyfriend, you could say. Like he was like, hey, I have this bike and I don't really use it. Do you want it? And I'm like, oh sure, I need a new bike. And so I got it, and my friends called it the Dawn bike. And the origin of the name of the Dawn bike is because everybody called me Dawn back in my old school because it was the name of some like funny ass Asian character in like a little like that one channel, McJuggernuggets, whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's like that type of content, but with a bunch of like high school like redneck dudes, right?
Okay.
And so there was a character in that show called Don Wayne or Dong Wang, and it was an Asian guy who just emerged from like a blanket. And all my friends called me that because he was Asian. And I was like, yeah. Okay, well, speaking on the Dom bike, so that was the bike I used for like a good couple like a year or so, right? And I would always ride with my school friend because he would want us to like go like to a trail, right? And we would ride that. And I used that thing a lot. Oh shit, there's pillages at my house. But there was one day where we went on this trail.
Just moved in.
Yeah, I know. There was one day where there's this trail, right? It had like an off-road segment, and we went on that, right? And my friends were like, yeah, we're gonna go down this super steep hill and get like mad speed, right? That was the plan. So they do it. They're perfectly fine. They handled like a champ. I do it. The moment I went down, I started feeling my fucking wheels and my steering handle give way. Like it started giving up, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
And I started braking, and the next thing I know, my whole body flips over like a front flip, and the bike comes with me too, and then I just eat it, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" I blacked out for like a mere second, and then I woke back up again. I was like, "What the hell just happened?"
That's crazy.
Like the only things I heard was my friends go, "Oh no!" That's all I heard while I was eating shit.
That's the worst possible things you could hear before you freaking black out.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh no!" Like, what happened to me?
What happened to me? That's how you lost your arms, right?
Yeah.
That's why you're paraplegic now.
I look like Genji after.
You look like that Baki guy in the bed. He fell off his bike one time, and this is what happened. That's why you wear a helmet, Jordan.
I got mutilated.
That's why you wear a helmet all the time.
That picture's so fucking funny.
Dog, I remember back when I had like friends that I'd actually hang out with in real life.
Okay. That sounds so sad.
Well, I'm thinking about it, right? I hung out with like Ruben like a few days ago, but before that it was like weeks.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, when you're little, you have friends that you hang out with like every day when you're little. And
yeah, that's true.
I didn't have a bike for a while because I was a little idiot and my mom didn't trust me, which honestly I don't blame her. And but everybody else did, so I was like, man, do any of you guys have like pegs on your bike so I'm not like running after you? And this one kid I knew, he was chill with like, he was like, yeah, I got pegs on my bike. I don't know why, because it's not like he was doing tricks. So
yeah.
he had him, I guess.
Well, I mean, I have pegs on my bike too.
That's true. Yeah. I guess, I mean, it's I don't know. I feel like it was a weird thing to just like have on tap. But
yeah.
He was like, yeah, it's chill. And I don't remember like anything besides him just like ferrying us to like our destination, right? That's the only reason he did it, was so that they didn't have to like walk with me. And I was like, yeah. And so I remember one time he was like, hey man, you wanna ride the bike? And I was like, really?
You mean like on the back, or like actually drive it?
Like drive it, because I was always on the back. I was always like hanging on so that we could get to places quicker. And one day he was like, you want to drive it? Yeah.
So did you ride it and he got on the back, but he was too heavy and then he knocked the whole thing over when you tried it?
It was kind of like that. I guess if I was a lesser man, if I was a greedier man, I would say that that's exactly what happened. But knowing me and my incompetence, it was probably more so my fault. I don't remember why, but we were in the street for longer than I wanted to be. And and he was like, all right, I'm gonna get on the back now. And I was like, all right. And he got on, and I could immediately feel the weight like difference. I was like, something's wrong, but whatever. I'm not gonna be a freaking buzzkill. I'm not gonna be a square. I'm not gonna be a freaking Bogard. And he gets up and I started pedaling, and I was just like, oh shoot, there's a car behind us, man, because we're in the middle of the street. I'm panicking. I'm gonna get onto this curb. And he was like, dog, my bike's gonna fall over. And I'm like, no, it ain't. And I go over and I got onto the curb, and there was just like the front tire just like popped up.
Oh,
and then
shit.
Just like we just like went over the first bump, and then I just like lost all control. I think once we had like a tiny bit of air, that minuscule amount of air, the weight distribution went crazy. And I just remember us both crashing into these 2 garbage cans that were up in front of this dude's freaking parkway and falling completely over. And just, bro was like, he was like stomping on it. He was like, dude, I'm never let you touch my bike again, man. And he took the pegs off.
Oh, damn, he got that angry.
And then like a few weeks later was my birthday and I got a bike, so I didn't care. But it was like the funniest thing ever. I just remember crashing into those garbage cans. And then, you know what, man? The millisecond I got that bike, I was up to some debauchery, bro. I was up to some freaking antics on that bike, man. It was sick.
Oh, that's funny. You know, what's funny is I guess I can say so after like I hit my shit, right? Like I just like ate it.
Yeah.
So you know how the handlebar supposed to be perpendicular to the front wheel, right? Dude, after the crash, that shit was parallel.
Dang.
I was like, what
you can fix it, man.
No, that shit. We tried.
It was bent like a quarter.
Dude, if I moved the fucking handlebar and moved the wheel in the same direction, I was like, oh shit, this thing is done for. So
I mean, you can kind of fix it. Probably not to that degree, but I know you can kind of fix it if you just like squeeze the tire with your legs and then just bend the handlebars in a different direction.
That thing was, the thing was, it had the same issue where like the handlebars started, or not, the chain was rusty again. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. So me and my friends, I had the grand idea that like there was a river nearby, and I'm like, all right, I'm about to give this motherfucking bike the Excalibur fucking treatment. I fucking took it, and there was a family across from the river. They looked at me, and I fucking, with a Herculean fucking voice, I went, oh, and I fucking threw the fucking to the river.
Why? You fucking screamed like trunks, bro.
Like after that, they were like, "Dad, look," and I was like, "Oh shit!" So me and my friends were like, "That was the funniest thing." We all agreed that, but then we were just like, "We gotta get the fuck out of here." So then we left, and when I came back, and his parents were like, "What happened to your bike?" And I was like, I don't know. It's gone now.
I don't know, man. Kind of just disappeared. Like.
And then from that day on, I was like, well, now I don't got a bike. And ever since, I just haven't had a bike. I never bought one, or never like just had one, because I just had a car now.
That's fair.
But it was so funny that when that day happened, we were like, that was the day, like, rest in peace the Dawn bike, man.
It's still floating there. It's like the Going Merry, bro. It remembers you. It says, I'm sorry I couldn't take you further.
I know. But yeah, I mean, that was it, man. That was the end of the bike, and since then I haven't biked in a long time.